Hello, my beautiful Taurus. How are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Iris, and I'm here to do your August 2019 spiritual guidance reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time. Your time is valuable. So let's get right to this, Taurus. I pre-shuffled your cards off camera, and I'm just going to do a loose shuffle as I do this preamble. Then I'm going to cut the cards and we're going to get started with your reading straight away. So I hope that you have all been doing wonderfully. I've been doing pretty darn good myself. And one more shuffle through and then we'll cut, and here we go. Okay, Taurus, let's see what is going on for you. Okay, we've got the Two of Spring, which is my Let's Work Together card. We've got Justice. I love the Justice card. And we've got the Five of Summer, which is the believe in yourself, believe in possibilities, removing yourself from negative emotions and feelings. Okay, so what? Okay, next we have the Three of Spring. We have the Eight of Spring. The King of Summer. The Seven of Summer. The Six of Autumn. And the Life Experience. And the next card out wanted to come out with the Life Experience card, so I'm going to take that as the next card, and that is the King of Winter. And I'll read that one for you as well. So Taurus, I'm just going to tap into this energy here for just a second. Okay. So the first three cards that come out, the first card out is the Two of Spring, and this is a partnership card. Now, a partnership card doesn't always mean a romantic relationship, but it's more of a working together to create something. And maybe in the past, things haven't worked out. And now you're left thinking, looking at things and analyzing them and trying to put things into a new perspective and kind of balancing things out. Like, I wish this had a scale in it. It kind of does have a scale, because this one fairy there is holding a wand, and it's the cross on the wand is representative of the balance as well. But what I love about this is it's a unification between the two fairies. Like, if you look at them, they look satisfied with the outcome. Both of them are happy. It's a win-win situation. There's a new balance, right? But sometimes it takes time to review all of the details to bring ourselves even back into balance. And so the Five of Summer is all about trusting that everything happens for a reason, for sure, which I absolutely believe, and then removing yourself from the negative components and aspects of your life, and look at the things that that worry and frighten you, is what this card says. And a lot of times we want to make things about somebody else, and we forget that we were the other person in the equation. And I do believe that this is another person in some capacity. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a business partnership gone wrong. It could be something with a coworker or a colleague, any type of relationship. I think that this has to do with the experience that you had with somebody else in some capacity, and wondering, well, why did it work out the way it did? Um, and questioning it. I think you're questioning it, because I think that you had a lot of high hopes for this, and then something happened. Maybe you got scared and backed off or walked away. Maybe it just wasn't a good environment for you. But whatever happened here, you do have life experience in your reading. And it's more in the guidance position. It's at the bottom of your reading. But this is stretching you. And this is changing you. And this is making you wider. Wider as in expansive. Expansive in your knowledge and clarity as well. More, I want to use the word robust. Robust keeps coming up for me, because what I'm getting a sense of is that there was a superficial exterior to whatever this was with you, and it didn't always have the depth. And so with the King of Winter coming out next to the life experience, and I don't want to read too much in that part of the reading yet, but when we have this Two of Winter energy, it is about wisdom, and it's about, because we've got life experience right next door to it, this has been a life-changing experience for you, and it is forcing you to look at yourself and go deeper. So that is a really positive thing for you, Taurus. Okay, next up, you've got the Three of Spring, and you've got the Eight of Spring, and you have the King of Summer. So for some of you, this could be a new love. It doesn't have to be, though. But you've got spring in your cards, which is all about, or spring in your reading, which is all about forward movement. So planning, what are you going to do next? So you've planted the seeds of something that you've wanted. Now what are you going to do next? This is the planning card. And you might find that as part of all of this planning, you're juggling a lot of things. And sometimes we juggle physical things, and sometimes we juggle emotional things. But we have to always remember, we've got two kings here. They're two different kings. They're two different energies, but regardless, they're kings. And this is like the wisdom king, and this is the creative king and support in that area. And it's about our creative endeavors and stepping into that part of us that has that creative expression, is what I'm trying to say. It could be that you have a conversation with somebody who sparks an idea, a new idea within you, and that gets your heart beating again in a really positive way. But as you're going through this whole transformation piece, because there is a bit of transformation going on here, it's, this fairy here, she's got a lot of things going on here, and she can certainly handle it, but we have to be able to recognize when there's too much stress being placed on us as a result of sudden change of events. And that's what this card is saying here. And you might be experiencing that. You might be experiencing that right now. But the Seven of Summer is about your pot at the end of your rainbow, and what is next in line for you. What do you want to do next? What do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? Right? And perhaps you've been stuck in procrastination for a long time, and you've just been kind of cooling your jets, and it's been kind of convenient not to move forward. But now it's time to move forward. It's time to make a decision and not get caught up in the minutia of, how do I make this work? Can I make this work? And allowing that self-doubt to creep in for you. But rather letting that rainbow come from your heart space and let that be your guide is what I'm sensing. Because right next to it is the Six of Autumn. So this talks about, this is very much a money card, a money and stability card. So for some of you, maybe there's money coming in for through another source. You might be getting a loan to help out with things, or just revamping how you do money. Maybe you're going to get another job, but this to me is a money coming in card. And I think the money coming in card has a lot to do with, what are you doing from your heart to move forward? Because ultimately, we've got a life experience. So there is something that has occurred that is causing you to expand. And it is also asking you to let go of beliefs and old ways of being that you just can't take with you anymore. So they served its purpose for the time that they were there to serve its purpose. It's like a materialistic thing. You can have a closet full of clothes, and they're just there. They're not really doing you any good. You're never wearing them, and yet we have an attachment to them because somehow we attach our safety and security to those things, right? The materialistic things. And then, but we don't allow new things to come in because the closet is jammed and crammed full of other stuff that is of no value to us anymore. The same is true for this life experience card. When we hang on to old ways of doing things that don't work for us anymore because we attach our safety and security, that's the way I've always done it. That's the way my parents did it. That's the way their parents, it just is what it is. And that's just one example. But when you attach yourself that's the only way, you collapse your world. And when you collapse your world, no new opportunities can come into you because you're blinded by this belief that you're hanging on to, that it can't be any other way except for this way. So this life experience card, because you're going through, you've had a life experience. This is a life experience for you, but it's going to require you now to let go of what that belief is that you have, that story that you've been telling yourself, and climb these stairs and walk through that door there to have open your world to having new experiences. And right beside it is the King of Winter. So for some of you, you may be going to see professional help. Maybe that's the wisdom that you're going to be drawing on. Maybe you're going to tap the hermit. The traditional hermit hasn't shown up here. So I don't think that this is something that you're going within yourself to get help with, but maybe you were seeking out this card here. I got to tell you this. Okay, so this owl and this King of Winter here, he reminds me of Gandalf the Great. Not a whole lot of emotion to this person, but very, very wise and insightful, and not somebody who's going to tell you what to do, but is going to ask the questions that is going to help you find your own inner wisdom and your own inner truth. So that's who this person in it is. And I think for some of you, that's what you are doing, is seeking outside counsel to help you let go of this old way of being. So because your soul is it needs this expansion. Okay, it's ready. So now let's go to Wisdom of the Oracle and see what they have to add to this story. Okay, I'll cut the cards here. Okay, and we have, time to go. It is time to head towards that door and have some brand new life experiences, right? Yeah, let's go one more. And a deep knowing. Okay, I love that this deep knowing came out, because sometimes we already know the truth, but we ignore the truth. So you already know, I think, what it is that you're not wanting to let go of. And I think that there's a lot of fear around what that means to let go of, right? Because we attach ourselves to our stories. And if we don't have that story that makes us who we are, makes us do the things we do, say the things we say, have relationships the way we've been having relationships, whatever it happens to be, have the experiences. Oh, look at this, love came out. If we don't have that, then who are we? Because our stories become who we are. And if we don't let go of it when it's time to let go of it, right, it keeps us in our pain. And this deep knowing is just saying, you already know what part of you you're scared of, what you don't want to let go of, because whatever reason, you already know what that is, but you're being asked to go, get some sage advice here. What came out for you was compassion. And a lot of times we think this is compassion for others, but I think in this case, I think it's compassion for yourself. I think for a long time, maybe you didn't have the type of love for yourself that you needed to have. And so this card is saying, I believe, I feel, this is a time for you to have compassion for yourself, because you are loved. You are always loved. And you always have support, and you always have guidance. It's all around you. One more card for Taurus. What a great reading. This certainly has been a year of deep transformation for a lot of people. Alrighty. I get the picture. Ancestors and generations. I have a very strong sense that this life experience and the work that you are about to embark on, should you choose to accept this assignment, goes far deeper than just you. I think that this has been brought up from generation to generation to generation to generation, and now it's sitting with you. I think I'd like to do an outcome card for you. What is the outcome of all of this inner healing and inner work for Taurus? What is the outcome? It's your karma. It's your karma. You'll put an end to that karmic cycle that is spinning round and round, just like that snake there, round and round and round and round. You'll have an opportunity to change this generational stuff that's been going on, and I think you'll get to this place here where you have a lot of love and compassion for yourself. You'll have a lot of love and compassion for yourself, and it will drastically change how you do your life and how you interact with other people and the experiences that you have. So I'm really, really happy for you, Taurus. That is what I have for you. That was pretty deep. I know. I hope you're doing okay with this reading. It's very positive. You know, get into the river of life and just go with the flow and just let go of what needs to be let go of, because there's so much love and abundance that's waiting to come in for you, Taurus. So on that note, if this reading has resonated with you, please leave me a message below, because I'd love to hear what's going on with you and support you in any way that I can. Please subscribe, like, and share. And if you would like to book a personal reading or book in a healing session with me, because I am a light worker as well, all of the details and information on how you can get in touch with me and book that is in the comments or in the details section below. And until I see you again, I'm sending you so much big, 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 big love to you. And until I see you again, bye.